to pick out this week's victim. This is a viewer request. And I think we're gonna pick eeny, meeny, miny, that one. All right, folks, as I said, it's a viewer's choice video. This guy's been wanting me to give this 53 Dodge another shot. If you'll remember, we saved it from the junkyard. It's locked up solid. Probably should have left this one at the junkyard. But due to some recent developments, and by that I mean that, we don't have to work on it out here anymore. Now we can just take it right up to the garage. Well, we started triumphantly, but then I realized somebody left the key on. I'd say one thing, the jump pack sounds good. What a machine! Bob! Is that your buddy? That's a nice buddy. Anyway, look at that. It was quicker to pull this up here where my tools are than to drag tools back to it. This is also the first time Mr. Ed's been up to the shop. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, man. She's a fixer-upper, folks. Oh, yeah, and I forgot about this. Yeah, see how there's stuff missing? I don't know. We'll try and get her running. Today we have a 1953 Dodge. I'm just kidding. This isn't Jennings Motorsports. In fact, I wish that guy was here because then this thing would run. Folks, welcome back. Another evening with Mr. Ed. It's time to take the head off and find out why this beauty is stuck. We don't currently have a camera lady because it just feels rude to go inside and be like, hey, can you stop cooking dinner and come hold a camera so I can make a YouTube video? So it's just you and me. Well, bro time. Why would they put the hose clamp to where you got to go to the other side of the truck to get the other one? A better question, why is there two? Let's get on there a minute. The double clamp express must have worked. That's a good sign. Can you see down in there? First I was like, don't tear the hose up. We might need it if she runs, but first impressions aren't good, boys. Or good news in that heater hose. This is the real reason I wanted to pull this up here. Hey, camera ladies here, folks. Okay, here's all our head bolts. One was a completely different random bolt, so somebody's been in here. I'll put that somewhere where I'll kick it over. So now we should be able to see the beauty. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. We're doing this together too. I have not peeked because I want to be just as shocked as everybody else at how beautiful this engine is. Well, what the hell? So here they are. I was expecting bad. I mean, that's not good, but she should power through that. We're gonna pull our head gasket because we're definitely gonna reuse that. I mean, that's not terrible. The back cylinder, that guy's a bit of an issue. It's got some problems. And there's some a lot of vertical scratch. So she's not going to be a high compression unit. So you know what that means, folks. Tomorrow, we're going to come back with bars and fire and whatever we can to get this thing unstuck and running. Because why not? I was honestly expecting to pull the head off and be like, yep, this thing's screwed, pull it out back, we're done. But now it looks like you might get a whole ass Willet start video out of this. I tell you what, pulling in from work to a view like this never gets old. Dang. So I think we're gonna get the oil out of these cylinders, find a piece of wood that fits down in there, and we're just gonna start beating on this thing. Because there's no, I mean, some of these cylinders looks like they shut it off yesterday. So hopefully it doesn't take too much to get her spinning, and then we can see how many valves are gonna stick and deal with that. Now I was thinking we'll do the light it on fire trick like that mini tractor we did a year or two ago. But it's got all this hood stuff up here. And I mean, look at these fasteners. Do you really? I just don't get a good feeling about that coming off without a fight. And right now, all this truck is yard art, and tearing the hood up would kind of hurt that. Now, if I was a betting man, I'm guessing that cylinder that was all the way down with some rust in it is one of our biggest culprits. I don't like how that's... I really don't want to take this hood off, but I don't want to cook it either. How hot's it getting? Yep, let's put that out. At least I got good help today. Lee, you gotta quit doing this, Lee. Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Show them what you did. You don't have to tell me. I know this is wrong. But if it breaks a piston, then chalk it up to lesson learned. We all know that to not do what you're not supposed to do. Yeah. That one's wiggly. See how it wiggles? That one ain't stuck. I'm just hoping some of that force will go through these pistons, because it ain't cracking them that I can tell. And that one's definitely not our problem. So let me just keep torquing on her. I took the starter out to get at that. It's not really much help though. This is really escalating. So I took the hood off because, like I said, I'm getting ready to light this thing on fire, and I don't want the patina too boogered up, because right now that's all this thing has going for it. Also, just that's impressive. Yeah, I got this at a yard sale for $1. Even had, I wouldn't quite call it gas, but it's flammable. It's flammable. So the name of the game tonight is, all right, now you step back.
Good thing you're smoking.
Huh? Did you know you can throw a lit cigarette directly into a container of gasoline and it will not ignite?
Why?
I don't know. So, yeah, that's what we're doing tonight, folks. We're just hanging out, cooking dinner. We've got tension on it, and now the plan is to just heat. That's the plan, because I'm running out of ideas.
Why do you have that wrapped with a Casey's plastic bag next to a fire?
Oh, that was to keep water out of the carburetor. That's a Casey's pizza bag, man.
I know, I can tell what it is.
It's about to catch my damn radiator hose on fire.
I know, that's why I was wondering why.
Why I don't seem worried?
Yeah.
Because I'm not. Yeah, it's just getting slightly more drastic. Oh, and Lee killed a squirrel today.
Damn it, Lee.
Well, folks, we've wasted an afternoon and it's still no budgie. And I've been keeping them alternating cylinders on fire now for about an hour and a half. And still pretty stuck. But somebody commented, dump some brake fluid down the cylinders. So we'll give that a shot. As soon as this burns out, we're gonna throw some brake fluid down it and call it a day. This beating a dead horse is tiring. But I mean, check out these temperatures. That's outside of the block. .180. Like, you can hear the stuff in the cylinders boiling. And I've beat on this thing. I've air hammered it, like, because you're only seeing about a quarter of what I'm, not even a quarter of what I'm actually doing. Because I need both my hands for this stuff. But yeah, she's stuck. And the thing that kills me is it doesn't look, the cylinders don't look that bad. Like, it shouldn't be this stuck. Unless the last guy using it down on the farm, you know, it seized up of natural causes, and here's my dumb ass just beating on something that's actually seized up mechanically. But anyway, I'm rambling. Yeah, brake fluid guy, you're gonna get your wish. We're gonna dump brake fluid down and let it sit. I think he said for 2 to 3 days. We'll give it a day. We'll give it a day. See you tomorrow. All right, it's the next morning. We are still holding some tension. If you'll remember, last night we put brake fluid and then we capped it off with PB Blaster, and look how many cylinders are dry this morning. Well, except that one. Now I'm eyeing that one as a problem. But we got to go to work and go paint a house today before we can come back and play with this stuff. So I think I'm going to put a little more, I'm going to put some ATF down it. We'll just make it look like a murder scene. That'll keep it from rusting anyway. Good thing we're in the middle of the hellacious drought. See you after work. Okay, so it's after work, and the brake fluid I put in last night slipped right by the rings. But this transmission fluid is not. Brake fluid kind of gave me false hope. So we had to use the old Nasty Customs company card. Thank you guys for making that a reality. So yeah, here's what your likes, comments, and subscriptions turn into. Putting it right back in this shit. Hopefully this acetone will kind of thin down that garbage, and yeah, now we'll just let that sit. Folks, welcome back to Cooking with Nate. I got bad news on Mr. Ed out here. So this video will probably come out to be under 15 minutes long. But just know what you didn't see was me spending all week out here heating, beating, air hammering pistons. Just all the tricks I can think of to get this thing unstuck. But we have a problem, and the problem is tomorrow we're going to take the tow van and pick up another locked up truck and drag home. So Mr. Ed, we're going to give him one more chance to play the game here. So we're going to do transmission fluid acetone, because that's supposed to be the miracle elixir. And I got a couple things to fix on the tow van tomorrow morning before we make the trip. So So I'm gonna put this in there. I'm gonna let it sit. Because like I said, transmission acetone is supposedly the end all fix all. We've tried brake fluid. Some guy said put Everclear down it. We didn't have any Everclear, but we had some moonshine. I dumped that down. I'm out of ideas, and I'm also out of give a shit about this truck currently. Does that mean we won't try again in the future? Of course we will. This is its last chance, folks. Do magic. Even on the flywheel teeth, it doesn't matter. I've broken so many. I've got a bucket of blocks I've been breaking, hammering this thing. So yeah, it's not looking good for old Mr. Ed here. But we'll run to town and see how much of this actually slips down past the rings. All right, folks. We got 2 hours until we have to have the tow van at the next location to pick up the next truck. So, Mr. Ed, what's it gonna be? If you'll recall, this was acetone and ATF mixed 50-50. All sat in here all night, and she's still seized. So, we're done with you for now, Ed. We're gonna button this thing up, put it back together. Folks, that's gonna do it for Mr. Ed for now. We're not giving up on him, but for now we are. Now we gotta go do some fixes on this and go pick up another locked up truck. Thank y'all for watching.